Tyler, how are you?
Good, Rob, how are you?
I'm doing just great. Are you ready to get back to our building?
Oh, I'm ready.
That's good. We are excited. We are excited to be able to invite you back to our building on October 4th. Services will start at 10:30 in the morning. And we want each one of you to be able to be there and to have a great experience as we gather together to worship back in our building at 202 Ontario Street. A few things to be able to make that happen. One, we're asking you that you pre-register before you come. So that's a simple process. If you are online in any way, you just go to our website, click on the registration link, and you're going to find three forms pop up. The first form is the church registration form. Fill that out. It will just take a couple minutes and you're done. Unless you have children. If you have children, we are asking that you fill out the Sunday Children's Ministry registration form as well, because we want to be able to have a children's ministry for you. Now, Pastor Tyler is going to give you some of those details in just a few moments, but I just wanted to let you know about that pre-registration, and it will allow us to be prepared for your visit. If you do not have access to the internet, that's okay. You can just pick up your phone and give us a call at the office, 705-428-3741, and we will make sure that you are registered. We want to make this process as simple as possible for you because we are just glad to be gathering together again and want to thank you for that process. So please pre-register before you get here. Pastor Tyler, when people arrive, what are they going to find in regards to our children's ministry in particular?
Yeah, so the first thing we want to note is that our nursery, which is usually staffed, will not be staffed for the time being. But the nursery will be available to parents who need to change their child or to use it to get a place just to get out of the service and tend to their child's needs. We will also be running a children's program, as Rob said, from grades 1 to 4. So that's required to be pre-registered before coming to the service. And when you get here, please, with your child, take them downstairs when you come in the doors over here by the sanctuary. And the children's ministry worker will be there to meet you, and they will take the children to the gym. And while the service is going on, the children will remain there during the entirety of the service. And once the service is finished, we ask that you please make your way immediately downstairs to pick up your child and make your way outdoors. For those who aren't going to be part of our children's ministry but are still children, if it's requested on the registration form, we're going to have activity sheets available similar to what have been available at the campground as we've been meeting. And we just ask that when you're done with service, you can take the sheets with you, but please leave the pencil, crayons, and the clipboard and any other materials at the pew, and we'll take care of them to sanitize them and make sure they're ready to go for the next week.
All right. When you arrive to the building, things are going to look a little different than they did pre-COVID, kind of like every other experience in our lives. But we're going to have at the door by the offices and at the ramp door some greeters who are going to meet with a smiling face and be so glad to welcome you back. But they're going to have some clipboards with them as well. And they're just going to tick your name off, saying that you are here, checking that you have pre-registered and all of those things. And so please notice that they are going to be controlling traffic coming in the building. It's just so that we don't have a pile up or a traffic jam on the way up the stairs, but can do so in a socially distanced manner. So honor them and honor their requests, please. We appreciate your cooperation so much. Just want to let you know that before you enter the building, we are going to ask that you put masks on. And right inside both entry doors is some hand sanitizer. Please be sure to sanitize your hands just once you've entered the building. That would be fantastic. Make your way up the stairs and towards the sanctuary, and Pastor Tyler will let you know some of the other things that you can expect at this point.
Yeah, so once you've made it past our registration people, and once you've entered the building, we ask that you please make your way to the sanctuary. And you will notice that our entry door to the sanctuary is going to be the southernmost door, and our exit out of the sanctuary is going to be the northernmost door. So there's going to be controlled entrances and exits. And as you come in, we ask that you make your way down the center aisle and into the pews. The pews are going to be a one-way traffic, so we're going to ask that you go towards the outside. In the pews, you're going to see markers, but 6 feet apart. So we just ask that you follow those guidelines and only sit with those who are from your household or from your bubble. And in addition to that, we'll have every other pew marked off so you can maintain social distancing. During the service, we ask if you have a coat. We know we're getting to a kind of the season where coats become necessary here in Ontario. We just ask that you bring them with you. There's going to be plenty of room in the pews because of social distancing. So we ask that you just keep those with you. We also may look at the platform and notice that it's a little bit different. We've had to make some arrangements, move some instruments off to make it possible for Rob to be able to preach to us in person and maintain the proper social distancing. The instruments are going to stay there until we're able to use them again, and we're looking forward to the day that we're able to sing together and worship together in our building in person, and not just have the pre-recorded music. But for now, we're trying our best to honor the rules set before us, but also maintain our worship experience. So as you're coming in, you're also going to notice a camera down the center aisle. This camera, we're going to be using for live streaming to continue our online ministry, our online presence to those who aren't comfortable meeting together in person, and also those who are just interested in learning more about Jesus. So you don't have to worry about blocking that because it won't be running during in and out time, so don't worry too much about that. Outside the sanctuary, we have our offering plates available to use, so we ask that at the end of the service on your way out that you drop your tithe and your giving into there. You'll also notice that there's not going to be any hymnals, Bibles, welcome cards, that type of stuff in the pews. We've been asked to cut down on the amount of shared material that is available, so those will not be available to us right now. So bring your own Bible, your phone, whatever you need to do. And then once the service is over, we ask that you proceed to the exits and just make your way outside as quickly as possible. And we know a big part of church and getting together is community, and we don't want to take that away from you. So if you want to chat with others, fellowship with others, please do that outside, maintaining your social distance, and that would be awesome. Anything else like that, Rob?
Well, I just want to really encourage people. I know that all these extra precautions can seem sometimes like too much, especially we live in Clearview Township where there are no active cases. But the reality is that some people still are a little cautious about getting together. And as we responsibly care for the needs of others, love people, extend to them the grace, when we can take a few extra precautions to make it possible for others to gather together for worship, I think we're doing a loving thing. I think we're being gracious. I think we are representing Jesus well to the body of Christ and maintaining unity. And so we are just doing our best to be able to facilitate the church gathering together for worship. And we want you to be a part of that. So please register, sign up, show up, and let's worship together the great and incredible God that we serve.